A grand jury has indicted Duane Davis on charges of murder with use of a deadly weapon in connection with the 1996 killing of Tupac Shakur in Las Vegas, authorities have just announced. They painted Davis as the ringmaster to kill Shakur in retaliation after an attack on his nephew. Davis himself has always placed himself at the scene of the crime, saying he was in the front seat of the white Cadillac that came up beside Shakur's car when the shots rang out from the back seat, killing the musician. Shakur and Suge Knight, the former CEO of Death Row Records, were affiliated with the Mob Piru gang in Compton, while Davis was affiliated with the Southside Compton Crips, and the police believe this was a retaliatory attack. Shakur was in Las Vegas to see Mike Tyson box at the MGM Grand Hotel. Members of the Southside Compton Crips, including Davis and his nephew Orlando Anderson, also attended the event. When the groups were both leaving the fight, members of Death Row Records spotted Orlando Anderson near an elevator bank in the MGM, and at the time they began to kick and punch him near the elevator bank, said police. Showing hotel surveillance footage of the fight, Shakur and Knight were visible among the men who attacked Anderson. Unfortunately, this ended up being the catalyst in what would later be the demise of Tupac Shakur. Both groups left the hotel. Shakur and his crew headed to a after party at a local nightclub. When he found out about the attack on Anderson, Davis began to devise a plan using a firearm to retaliate against Suge Knight and Shakur, according to police. The group found the black BMW in which Shakur and Knight were riding, began shooting at them through the window, and immediately fled the area, authorities said. They say Duane Davis was the shot caller for this crime, in turn making him responsible. The other individuals are already deceased, so he's the only one left. When police searched Davis's wife's home in July, they seized a copy of the memoir Davis authored detailing street gang life and the murder of Shakur. In the memoir, Davis describes himself as one of the only two living witnesses to Shakur's shooting, the other being Knight, who is now serving time in prison for manslaughter in an unrelated case. "Going to keep it for the code of the streets," Davis said when asked who of the four men in the car was responsible for pulling the trigger. "It just came from the back seat, bro." Knight, the co-founder and then CEO of Death Row Records, visited Shakur while he was serving a prison sentence in New York in 1995. He offered to pay his bond on the condition that he would sign to his record label. Shakur agreed and signed to Death Row Records, joining a roster of artists including Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre.